July 17th, Daily Devotional from the Heart by Ellen G. White. The Unlearning Experience. Then Moses was content to live with the man, the priest of Midian. Exodus chapter 2, verse 21. The human element is seen in all who have been chosen to accomplish a work for God. Connected with God, the source of all wisdom, individuals may reach any height of moral excellence. Moses had been learning much which he must unlearn. The influence which he had surrounded him in Egypt, the love of his adopted mother, his own high position as the king's grandson, the enchantments of grandeur in art, the dissipation on every hand, the imposing display connected with idolatrous worship, and the constant repetition by the priests of countless fables concerning the power of their gods, all had left deep impressions upon his developing mind, and had molded to some extent his habits and character. These impressions, time, change of surroundings, and close connection with God could remove. Yet it must be by earnest, persevering effort, a struggle as for life with himself to uproot the seeds of error, and in their place have truth firmly implanted. At every point, Satan would be prepared to strengthen error and dislodge truth. But while God designed that Moses should be self-trained by severe discipline, he himself would be his ever-ready helper against Satan when the conflict should be too severe for human strength. The light of nature and that of revelation are from the same source, teaching grand truths and always agreeing with each other. As Moses saw that all God's created works act in sublime harmony with his laws, he realized how unreasonable it is for humans to array themselves in opposition to the law of God. The conflict was most trying, the effort long, to bring heart and mind on all points in harmony with truth and with heaven, but Moses was finally a victor. As year after year passed by and left the servant of God still in his humble position, it would have seemed to one of less faith than he as if God had forgotten him, as if his ability and experience were to be lost to the world. But as he wandered with the silent flocks in solitary places, the abject condition of his people was ever before him. He recounted all God's dealings with the faithful in the ages past and his promises of future good, and his soul went out toward God in behalf of his brethren in bondage, and his fervent prayers echoed amid the mountain caverns by day and by night. He was never weary of presenting before God the promises made to his people, and pleading with him for their deliverance.